Hello! I'm back! It's only been like 14 months or so since my last video, and the reason that I'm back and there's a new video recorded on my YouTube channel is because I've been playing Satisfactory. And I've been really fucking loving it, so it's actually kind of inspired me to make a new video. So let's just get out of photo mode. And yeah, this is what I've been up to for the last 29 and a half hours. Well, you know, in total gameplay. This is the main sort of factory that I've started. I've got a little limestone thing over there and copper mine over there. And I've been setting up a sort of experimental sort of steam thing going on here. Steel, sorry, not steam. Yeah, it's so fucking good, this game. Like, it's somebody's described it, I read, as Subnautica crossed with Factorio. Now, I've played Subnautica and played 20-30 hours of that or so, and I kind of lost steam with it for some reason, but I do intend to pick it up at some point. One thing about Subnautica was that, goddamn, it is intense and scary at times, like the Leviathans. And I got to the point where I built a Cyclops, so I got quite far, but I just found, like, the progression, like, it kind of, I don't know, for whatever reason I lost steam, but absolutely a great game. And I tried the Factorio demo briefly, but didn't get into it, although I suspect I could get into it. But I think it's got a sort of more certain more amount of sort of depth and certain kind of complexity about it compared to Satisfactory systems, but Satisfactory mixes it with like this vast designed world. Like, it's not procedurally generated, this is a carefully crafted, like, this is a level in the truest sense of the word, so to speak, just one big map with sort of multiple starting points and systems for gating off areas. Like, this is a gassy area, for instance. There's like a slug up there which I can use to make power shards, which you can overclock machines with, but so far I haven't risked getting it, even though I probably could if I just keep healing myself, because I haven't needed the slugs that badly yet. But there's that, and like physical obstructions, and it's just really fucking cool. I'm going to try and keep this video short, he says. Probably will not accomplish that goal, but I'd like it to be concise, because this is just going to be like a brief overview of the game, what I've done so far, and yeah, like, if you're subscribed or at all interested in how I play games, then you might be interested. So Satisfactory is made by a studio in Sweden called Coffee Stain Studios, and I'd never heard of them before, but they made Goat Simulator and Sanctum, neither of which I played. I heard about Goat Simulator though. And they've done such a good job. It's a relatively small studio, I don't know, like 20-30 employees-ish, I'm guessing. Like, for instance, there's only one animator on the team. Like, a lot of people have praised the animations of this game. And, let's have a look at the assemblers and constructors. These are constructors. So you can see, like, oh, these ones won't be doing anything. Yeah, one guy called Christopher, or Christopher, if it's pronounced differently, a Scandinavian variation of Christopher. One guy did the animations for this game, and it's a big game. He's done such a good job, and, you know, all the rest of them, concept artists and UX designers and programmers, of course, modelers. It's like, oh, and let me be very clear, as you can see in the top left corner, it's in early access. I saw the E3 trailer last year, I think it was, and I was like, that looks fucking cool. Great trailer, like, really well done, good music, tells you exactly what the game is about. and I think I signed up on their website for the alpha, and then I didn't get a key for the alpha. One sec. Sorry about that. Where was I? Nope, that completely lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I didn't get a key for the alpha, but they did a test weekend, an alpha test weekend, about 2 weeks ago. Presumably to, like, you know, do a big push to get some feedback before launching on early access. And I played that. I was like, damn, this is good. And I started a new world, played that for about 2 hours, and this is that world that I've continued because they made sure that the save games that you created for the test weekend would be compatible when it launched on early access. And yeah, it's just So the main difference with this over Factorio is the verticality element, because it's in 3D. So you can see, like, I've added 2 levels, 2 extra levels to my main factory here, and I've started, like, boxing it in with walls because I'm hoping the walls will improve my FPS for, like, culling reasons. I think culling's the right term. So you can build up, and they're working, apparently soon they'll release proper vertical conveyors. So at the moment I haven't done any of them, so I can't show you, but you can easily see screenshots of people who've done, like, elaborate conveyor belt systems to go up, because you can see, like, there'll be some belts here. You got like poles, and there's these things, conveyor pole stackable, and so the poles can go up and down, and so you can do, like, those in, like, a spiral to move stuff up and down. But I can't wait until they do proper vertical ones, because they'll be much more compact and it'll just be cool. And then you can really, I think this is a bug, I think when you log in and log out, it leaves a statue of your player model, I think. What else can I show you to try and keep this concise? So, beautiful open world, 3 starting locations. I chose grass fields because that was the only one available for the test weekend, but there's 2 others. I might well do a new game, not with the intention of sort of playing much, but just to see what those biomes are like. Although I might also just wait until I actually travel to them. That might be more fun. A key feature is vehicles. So this is the first vehicle that you unlock, tractor, and drive it around. It's relatively fast. Can go up hills, pretty powerful. And crucially, it has some storage and a craft bench. So really useful in many regards. Runs on biofuel or coal. I think it's more efficient on biofuel, which you can collect from. You can pick up leaves, convert them to biomass, and then convert that to biofuel. There's also trees, which you can cut down. By the time you get a chainsaw, you can chop down the wood much more easily. Makes things a lot easier in the early game. And the biomass and biofuel are your initial power source, like fuel for, like, biomass generators. But the absolute, one of the key features, I think, of this game, and I'm going to wait here until I can show it to you, is you've got conveyor belts to move items along. But you can see here, I have a truck station. This building here. So this is my truck station, which currently has a bunch of coal in it, and it's set to unlock, to receive. So you can, when I get into this tractor and hold down a key, you can see I can enable autopilot, start recording, clear a path, and I can hide path nodes. I'll cancel out of that. There it is. You see that? That's my second tractor. And that will be coming with a delivery of coal. Now currently I've got coal for days. But you can see like there's a little bit of space. So soon that should go up to 100, I think. But that's how I've been. There's a coal about a kilometre away in where is it? That direction, I think. Is that where it is? No, it's over there. There's a big sort of crater over there, and it's near that. Coal is a relatively rare resource, and that's where I found. Let's just check. Yeah, so you can see the vehicle's got coal in it, and I don't know what happened there. It probably got extracted quickly. I haven't really done the numbers on that yet. But isn't that cool? It's so fucking cool. And like it worked first time. Like you just get in a thingy, get in the vehicle, start recording. I'll show it to you later on, but start recording. You do the round trip from truck station to truck station. Although you don't have to start at the truck station. And then just switch on autopilot and off it goes. Fucking brilliant. And like my goal, like there's no limit I think to how long you can set up conveyor belt systems for. And I've seen loads of screenshots of people like, kilometers long. But my intention, although I want to test to see how far, like what the throughput is basically, based on the speed of the tractor and the speed of the vehicle and its capacity. And of course the route it takes. But I'm going to try and avoid having really long conveyor belt systems, and I'm going to try and rely on vehicles for doing that, as long as I can anyway. Because I just think that's cooler and more realistic, and it might be like an additional goal that I set for myself, just for the hell of it. I've got to show you this, the space elevator. So this is the space elevator, which you can build relatively early on, I think around tier 2 or 3 or something, and I think you use it to unlock tier 3. Yeah, so you build it tier 2, use it to unlock tiers 3 and 4, and then again to unlock tiers 4 and 5 and 6, sorry. Oh, there's some food there, barrel nuts. So you can see I've unlocked up to tier 6 now, which is as far as early access goes. Tier 7 and tiers 8 are like planned. No doubt currently being implemented. And like, obviously it's based on the theoretical space elevator system, for transporting items from a planet to orbit. It's just so cool. And a key part of this game is that you can dismantle and rebuild things at will very quickly, and you get all the materials back. So if you build something that costs, some concrete and some iron, you'll get those iron and concrete resources back, 100% of them. No penalty. So I can bring up my dismantle tool here now, dismantle that space elevator, which is just like such a hilariously complicated thing to do, but there it is, seconds. So let's rebuild it because the animation is fucking cool. I'll try and build it like, I don't want to build it too far away, even though that would be better, because otherwise it might block my tractor. So there we go. I'll toggle off the HUD. Oh, there it goes. Hang on, let's try that again. There we go. The photo mode is great. You get the siren, and there it goes, and then if you look up, down comes the link. And this is bracing for making the connection. There, ooh. And then you can see how the 3 arms link in and connect and create the tension. Supposedly at the speed of the top bit in orbit keeps it in centripetal force, I suppose, or something. And there you go, and then the lights flash up. Boom. And like that bit, the round bit there, which I think has some solar panels on it, that is the bit that shoots up when you load it and seal it and fire off the resources. I just think it's one of the coolest parts of the game. And such a beautiful model as well, like the modeling, the animation, the textures. It's this is all in Unreal Engine, I believe, Unreal Engine 4. And I never played a game, I think, with it, unless, I don't know whether Subnautica uses it. I think so. I'm not sure, but it's just beautiful. And that's about it, really. Like, my goals are, this is like, I'll show you the mines that I got set up. So like, I liked this starting area because there's the 3 iron there, normal nodes of iron, there's 3 purity levels per resource node, which gives you like 1 or 2 or 4 times multiplier. So there's a limestone one there and a limestone one there, which you need for concrete, and you need loads of concrete for the foundations and the walls. 3 iron, because iron is obviously useful. There's a copper up there, which you need for wire, like the electrical sort of side of things at first, all of these power lines and cables. And then there's 2 more iron ones here, which I've started to use. These are just impure ones, I think. Yeah. But I'm using those for steel, so you can see the coal is getting shipped over here from the truck station. I built the truck station there because initially I had just one foundry over there for steel production, and then I moved all over here, so now I'm just shipping it over, so I might end up moving the truck station, I don't know. So those are like the resources I'm mining at the moment. I'll show you the coal power plant. Actually, I might hop in and let's show you that now. So those are the resources that you initially have, and then there's also coal, which you need immediately for that's your first automatable power source, which is like it's such a wonderful feeling when you get that, because you have to manually refill the biofuel generators up until that point. Oh, hey, you go, girl, deliver that coal. So like, it took me a while. Like, you can use, let me just quickly, there's this scanning feature, so I can scan for coal, which you can do for any of the resources once they're unlocked. And you can see there it beeps, and it tells you on the compass it's 360 odd meters away. And there you can see in the distance my 8 coal generators. Bit of popping there. So yeah, it sucks in the early game power-wise, especially if you're starting to build big factories with lots of machines that use power. There we go. Oh, did I catch up with the scan, or maybe I pressed it again? So you can see here's the other truck station with coal getting piped down to it. We'll go up and see look at the big ass coal generators. They're like enormous. I guess this is supposed to be a turbine, and then you got the coal generator here, burning the coal, heating up water into steam, piping the steam into the turbine, spinning the turbine. Looks like it's spinning quite slowly, funnily enough. I wonder whether the turbine spin fast or... Well, it must have been fast, it can't be a torque thing. And then you can see there's like splitters here to like feed the coal in, and then if we go up a bit further, and there's the miner, which I've got overclocked. There's an overclocking system. You explore to find slugs. There's 3 slugs of varying colours. Each one gets you 1, 2 or 3 power shards depending on the tier. So you can create these power shards, and you can maximum out of 3, so you can... Oh, that's... Oh yeah, I've set it to normal clock speed because it generates loads. It's a pure node on a Mark II miner. I don't need to overclock it, even though I could right now. But you can see you can just slide this, so if I max this out, it goes up to 600 coal a minute, and it consumes 52 megawatts. But at normal, it's like... Oh, you have to it doesn't update that in real time, so there you go, 12. I think it does, but only once it's... So yeah, 12 megawatts, so it's like over 4 times more power for a 250% production increase. And you can underclock as well, which is neat, because it's one method for like lining up production rates. Like say plates generate at 15 a minute, for instance, iron plates, and one of my assemblers needed them at a rate of 18 a minute, and another one needed like rods at 20 a minute, and I just overclocked them ever so slightly, just as a simple way of doing it until I can properly rebalance. I'm crunching the numbers, and I'll do everything as efficiently as possible later on. But you can underclock them if you wanted to like save power. You can see start of one of the other biomes there. All of these mountains you can't really get to. That's like not skybox, but you know, surrounding terrain that's blocked off. So the other resources, like I've mentioned limestone, copper, and iron. There's caterium as well, which is like upgraded copper. You need it for like electronics. I think it's supposed to be a thing. What's the word? Synonymous. I think that's the word with silicon. And then there's crude oil, which is you unlock that in tier 5, and it's 3 kilometers away from my base, east of my base. So you can see, yeah, it's east. About 2 kilometers away now, because this base is, and there's another one over there which is 3 kilometers away from here. So I've got to do a big trek out, load up with materials, and get coal. I get oil sorted out, because you need oil for... I'll show you. You need oil for plastic, fuel, rubber, and circuit boards. Well, circuit boards need rubber. Plastic, sorry. Funny enough, you don't need rubber, even though you've got all of these cables are all insulated. But that's just game design for you. It doesn't have to be 100% realistic. And then the fuel part of it, like the next step up from coal generators are fuel generators, I think, which is oil. It's a big jump, and there's geothermal as well, and I think they plan for nuclear power as well later on. So that's pretty much everything that I've done. Note that the space elevator serves as a really useful landmark whenever you're driving around and you're like, where the fuck's my base? If you're one of those people who occasionally gets lost, or you've just become disorientated, then that'll be why. Oh, I always get... Oh, it's not... It's down here, isn't it? If you go that way, like you have to go through the arch. If you go left, you end up driving off a cliff, I think. Oh. Whoops, I should be driving on the left. When I recorded the path, I deliberately, because I live in England, we drive on the left, so I used that same standard here, and I forgot all about it just now. I nearly crashed into my tractor. I don't think anything bad happens if you do crash. Might be something to test later on. So, I said that I was going to try and keep this relatively short. It feels like it's been a good 20 minutes, maybe even half an hour, so I'm going to shut up now. I'll be back soon with some more content. I'll probably be streaming quite a bit on Twitch. Not necessarily with my microphone switched on, because I can't always, due to shared living space. Plus also a lot of the times I just want to play, and I don't want to talk and have the pressure to be entertaining and explain everything. I'll type. If a mic's not on, I'll type instead. So yeah, follow me on Twitch if you haven't already. Same username, Fractal Jaguar. I'll no doubt be streaming more gameplay soon. Like, I've got plans. Oh man, have I got plans for this game. Like, this is going to be levels high and completely boxed off. There'll be like a copper little module factory and a steel one here. I've found Caterium ore. I've got to set up a mine and power link, and then I'll truck the Caterium ore here as well and process that, because it's not that far away. Whereas the oil is probably going to be a proxy base. I'm not going to truck that over. That's the plan. And of course I want to I'm making notes of all the math of the game so that I can crunch the numbers and figure out what's optimal and efficient. You know, it's one of those things. I've got the pen and paper out, put it like that. It's one of those games. So, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment, because I always like reading what you guys and girls have to say about my weird channel and videos. Oh god, I love this game. And yeah, shout out to Coffee Stain for making such a fantastic game. All of you, your whole team, you've done an excellent job. For early access, this is basically still alpha, maybe beta, depending on how you want to define those things. It's so good. It's the most fun I've had with the game since Subnautica and Minecraft mod packs. Alright. Thanks again. Leave a comment if you want. I'll be back soon with some more Satisfactory content.